Alright guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you a few strategies here on how you can get started in direct access trading. So we're looking here at ZeroPro. This is the flagship product. We also have Web Trader and Zero Free, and then also mobile. So you be able to follow your favorite stocks no matter if you're where you're at. So let's if we take a look here at the layout, you can see that we have this setting here. This is free floating windows, and to get to that setting here, we're just going to go to our toolbar here. We're going to click on the connection client here, and you can see that we have this free floating windows enabled, right? To switch that back to the application window, just switch this here to the left, right? Restart, relaunch the program, and you'll be back. You'll have the windows in the application, main application window. Since we have this free floating, you can see that the application window just becomes our toolbar. All right, so that's one great feature here. Again, if you're running multi-monitor setup, you want to be able to have free floating windows so you can position any of these windows on any screen that you want. All right, so next up we have hotkeys, right? Now this is a great strategy for traders who want to auto send instantaneous orders. They want to define their orders based on their buying power, or let's say they want to define an order based on shares. You can totally do that here using the hotkey. I'm going to show you a setting here. So this is the hotkey configuration file. And once you have this set up here, let me just show you guys how this works here. So you can get this set up, right? We can set up or send an order here, and you can see you can create custom hotkey assignments, or we can actually leave. This is where you want to identify the assignment, right? Using your function keys. For example, we can use F3, F5, F6, F7, right? These are our function keys, F1 through F12. Those are the function keys. Next, we can use any combination of the keyboard. For example, let's say I want to create a limit order to auto send 1,000 shares. I can use Control L, right? We can use Control M, something like that. Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the keypad, and there you go. So you have a custom assignment. If you don't want to use a custom assignment, just leave that the way it is. Define your hotkey parameters here, give that hotkey a name, assign it here to the grid. Then your next move, you're going to bring it to the catalog. Once you have it on the catalog, you can just position it anywhere on the deck. So that's going to give you an advantage, because now you have a strategy. You can use your hotkeys to, all right, based on your strategy, you can use either the keyboard to send out orders. Let me close out of this screen here. Or you can use the level 2 window, where you can see these are the assignments that we made. These are the custom hotkey buttons. We'll be able to send out orders. So if I want to buy, let's say 100 shares here of MULN, let's just send out a 100 share order, auto send this. Okay, you can see that there's our position, MULN. We got right in, we got this, we waited for the position. We're looking at the VWAP here on the chart window, right? So if I want to look at that indicator here, I can go to my chart properties, right? You can see that we have moving averages. I can bring these into play just like that. Okay, you can see now there's our averages. If I would just want to look at some other indicators like VWAP, okay, we're just looking at VWAP right now. All right, so if I want to sell this stock back on the level 2 window, right, I can use my hotkeys. I can use the order preference screen here. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell this here, 100 shares. I'm going to select a limit price here of 140. We'll just sell that back. And it's pretty fast executions. As soon as someone is willing to take out that level, those shares, we're going to receive a fill. And you can see here our pending order here at $1.40. So we'll let that sit there for a second. If not, we can also place a stop order. We can also place a limit order. And to do that, I'm just going to join, for example, I'll just join the ask here, load that price right here, here's our price. So let's say I'll check out 144, sell. Okay, here's our limit order. Now if I want to drag and drop, you can see that we got a strategy to manage our orders. So we can do this for limit orders, stop orders, and that's pretty much how the technology works. So we can also look here at the portfolio manager. We can look at our closed orders here. We can look at our aggregator, our order history, our account cache. So we have some technology here. You can see that if I want to bring in a specific field here, right, I'm going to go to preferences. Right now, you can see that how this lines up here. So we have day unrealized, day realized, day total, shares traded, equity, and we can just, if we want to disable one of these items here on the portfolio manager, we can just simply uncheck the box. So let's say I just want to look at my shares traded, right? I can just and look at the day realized. Okay, so that gives you an opportunity now if you want to customize this window to a smaller frame here. You can do that, right? So some traders, they like to put the portfolio manager, they'll bring it to top of corner here on the screen. Just depends on how you want to set up the layout. But some of the features here on Pro gives traders the option to kind of configure and customize their settings so they can create very in-depth technical layouts, configurations, so they can utilize the real estate, the screen here, and be able to just kind of get a better perception of what's going on in the market. All right, so another strategy. We're going to take a look here at our locates. So let's see what we have in inventory here. Let's switch to our tab. We have one locate here marked for credit, MULN, and we also have GSAT. So we have 100 shares of GSAT. That's actually a position here. We're short that stock here. You can see the portfolio manager is updating in real time. Let's go ahead here and let's go back to MULN. We're going to cancel that order. Let's just join the ask, press enter. All right, now we got this order out here setting at $1.42. Let's see if we can get a fill on that. Okay, looks like the market dropped back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is change this chart here to 10 seconds. I'm going to type in 10S on the chart. Okay, so there's our 10-second chart. Looks like everything's okay here. Again, the stock playing off the VWAP, trading higher. Let's see if we can get our order out at $1.42. Okay, so let's go back to locates here, trying to do multitask here and do a few things. We're going to go back to our, we have MULN, right, marked for credit. Let's go to GSAT. All right, I'm going to switch back to a 1-minute chart. This is our short position here. Okay, so you can see the locate here, true size here, 0 out of 100. We have 100 shares. So, for instance, if I have 500 shares and I send out an order to short for 100 shares, it's going to decrement the ratio. So we'll have 4 out of 500. So that means we have 400 out of 500 available. So you can see here on the level 2, it's going to indicate whether or not the shares, the stock is hard to borrow. If it's easy to borrow, it's going to be an S. If it's hard to borrow, you're going to need to locate, and it's going to be labeled LR in the upper level 1 area here. So you'll be able to verify information fast and accurate, and also you'll be able to use your hotkeys to automatically send out a locate. Okay, so for instance, if I want to locate more shares of this stock here, let's say I want to short, I'm going to change my quantity to 200. Okay, you can see that it says locate required. I did this automatically with my hotkeys. Now if I select yes, okay, you can see it's asking us right here if we wanted to accept 200 shares. Okay, so we'll have 300 shares available if I accept this here. If we leave that alone, it's just going to expire and wait for the next update. Okay, let's go back to our position here and see what's going on with this position, MULN. Okay, so looks like the market's coming back in a little bit. I'm going to place a stop order on this stock here to show you guys. This is again another advantage of the software. We can again use custom hotkeys, or we can just use the level 2 preferences here in a custom hotkey button. So I'm going to set up a stop here, but I would like to look at a 30-second chart. So let me type in 30S. I kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Let's say we want to set a stop here at break even. We need to place that stop at $1.38 because that is our average price. So $1.39, we'll set that up. So let's see here. Okay, now I set my stop here. I'm using an offset. Let me bring this higher here. Okay, now we pretty much have that security here, that stop at our break even. Okay, so completely customizable platform for traders. A lot of different strategies we can use. We can also use indicator sets. Just go to the top of the chart here. For instance, if I want to build a chart and I want to configure that chart and save the settings here, right? We're going to save indicator current set, right? Once we have that configured and saved, then we can go back here to apply, and this is a list of the different indicators that we can use. So we can use indicators based on general studies. For example, we have like the MACD, RSI, moving averages, right? We have some index-based, price-based indicators. All right, so once you have your chart configured, remember to save that, and then also save your default settings too. So we're going to go to default setting here, save as default here. If I select that, that's going to save all the configurations that I have here. Okay, so confirmation, there's a confirmation window when dragging and dropping orders, so you might want to disable that. There's also some other indicators here for current price line, logo, etc. Just get familiar with this. You can take a test drive of the platform and check out all the features. All right, so some other strategies that we can use to become better traders. We can create watch lists. Now take a look here. I got this watch list here, some technology stocks. Right here I got the Dow Jones industrial average, and then also I have the components here of the Dow Jones. You can see here, and we can sort these, and then I can also right click, and there's some other features that we can do. So if I want to highlight a symbol, if I want to import, let's say I want to import a list or load a list, right? You can just save it to your text document, save that, load that list from your desktop. So I'll show you an example here. We have the this is a technology, this is healthcare, and then we also have technology. So I can take a look here and sort these by the net change. So we can take a look, double click here on a chart, we can bring up a specific symbol, and we can take a look here at the bid and ask, the volume, the day high and low. There's also some other features here on the watch list. Okay, another great advantage here that we can use is the options. So if I want to look at options data here directly on the chart, I'm just going to type in a symbol here. Let's look for an active, let's take a look here at Tesla. Okay, so this is the current stock price right here. Here's the level 2 data. Now if I just want to look at options data here, I'm going to look for a very active option here. So you can see that these are the weeklies right here. This is a monthly, then we got a few more weeklies, then we're going to go back into monthlies here, and we can just tab and select which option chain that we want to select here. So let's see if we can find an active chain here in Tesla. Okay, here's puts. Let's take a look at puts. Okay, take a look here at the 1 hour data. So you can see that this put had some momentum. Again, as the share declines, you want to purchase a put, right? To if you're interested in the share price declining, then you would look into purchasing a put. If you think that the share price is going to increase, then you would look to buy a call. Now to look at calls, all we have to do is just select the left side right here on the complex options. So a lot of pretty cool strategies that we can use as traders. Again, we can look at stocks here. We can go to the portfolio manager. Again, this one here looks like we should have just left our order here at join the ask. Again, we'll just sell that back here at $1.42. Let's see if that level can get taken out. And here we go. Okay, so we just received an execution on an order. So here is the green arrow indicating our entry, and then the red arrow indicating our sell. And again, there's a lot of other features here on the platform. Check back on the channel. We're going to do a walkthrough on some of the most advanced features, all the features including features on the tops list, different settings here in the charts attributes and chart properties. So there's a lot of great features here that we can use. So I'm just going to show you a few settings here. Again, we can show candle countdown timer. Okay, we can show that location on the title bar, or we can show it on the price axis, right? And now you can see here that we're looking at a 30-second chart. So this countdown timer is ticking at 30-second intervals, right? If I select a 1-minute chart, okay, you can see the countdown timer. We'll just zoom in here on the chart. Okay, now I can tell you right now that we have approximately, okay, we're going to get to the next candle right now. There you go. So you can see the candle countdown timer just reset to 60 seconds. And these are some of the greatest features here on the platform. Some of the nicest features. Again, you want to be able to use hotkeys to send out orders. You want to be able to research using watch list. Also, you can check out the news filter. So let's look at technology stocks here. Okay, so again, lots of features here on the platform. Just remember to create a strategy that is unique to your style of trading. Once you iron out the different strategies that you can use here on the platform using the advanced hotkeys, the indicators, again, you have tops list, you have a scanner here, you have different strategies that you can use on this platform out of the box. So take a look at the platform. Let us know if you have any questions or comments, and again, feel free. You can contact a representative if you have questions about funding your account, any other questions that you might have on the general restrictions, whether if you're a US trader or international trader. Learn more about TradeZero by visiting the web page. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a like, and we sincerely thank you again for your time and consideration becoming a client with TradeZero. We hope to see you in the next video.